Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and reach your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomendon'tbitchpodcast.com.
Hey,
subscribe to my
thank
email
you for joining
list.
me
Hit
on
and
the Real Women Don't Bitch
Interested in being a guest
podcast.
speaker?
This is
your
your proud host
you can
on
sign up
the
on the website too. This is your number one advanced
real
mental
and
conditioning
relentless.
specialist for
I am the
entrepreneurs.
number one advanced
This is
mental
raw,
conditioning
real, and
specialist for
relentless.
entrepreneurs.
Signing
Because
out.
building mental
Deuces.
muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. Hey, I am super duper excited. And you want to know why? Because today is day 90. A lot of you may not know what that means, but this podcast, even though there are quite a few episodes out there, there are a plethora of episodes out there. It's new, you guys. Real Women Don't Bitch launched November 6th of 2017. And prior to my launch, an epiphany hit me that said, do this for 90 days straight. And I did it. Today is the 90th episode. If you've been only listening for a few weeks or today, you guys, I can't explain to you the wealth of wisdom that is loaded in these episodes. We're talking about affirmations, firing clients, firing coaches, making money, your circle, everything that you can think of. Dig in, because if it's going to affect your mindset, I've been talking about it, and we're even going to shift a little bit more, and I'm going to do a lot more talking about sales on this podcast too. And the reason being is because these are my two areas of expertise. This is where I totally shift and change things for my clients. But for those of you that have been here for this journey, yay, we did it. And this is going to tie into the theme for today. Set an impeccable standard. Challenge yourself to do something that's totally freaking insane. Right now, right here at this moment, I didn't know how I would feel. But at this moment, I know how I feel. And that is like, wait a minute. I knew I could do anything, but now I know I really can do anything. When I was working on launching this podcast, you guys need to know that everything kind of just slammed in together. It was shortly after Hurricane Harvey hit that I had actually paid to get some instruction and coaching around launching a podcast. I had started working with a coach to write a book. I had already written 3, but I was like, I need to do this and have a more successful experience and make sure that I'm targeting my audience correctly and all of that good stuff. So I was working on doing everything it takes to start a podcast. And anybody who has attempted to do that, whoa, that's all I have to say about that. I was also in the middle of launching a boot camp. I had one-to-one clients, and I had a paid academy with a plethora of students in there as well. And that meant I was going around the clock. It really, really did. And I know some of the people out there that are, the self-care fanatics. You got to get some rest. You can't always go like that. But let's just be real. Whether it's in your own business or whether it's in employment or whatever, there are these times when you go a little harder than usual. And you have to know what you can tolerate and what you can bear. And for me, it was like I'm an adrenaline junkie. I'm just going to be real with you. I am a total freaking adrenaline junkie, and I went for it. But the thing about it is, what some people might have perceived as hard, I perceived it as a workout. I perceived it as a muscle building. I didn't perceive it as hard. I was like, oh, this is great. This is going to have me fit. And every single day I was seeing how everything was tying into each other. I was creating systems and structures and doing things with my clients and getting myself out there, and all of it was connected. And a lot of you, sometimes what's stopping you is you are a creature of habit and you're safe, which means you want to keep doing the same thing over and over again and make sure that you don't do anything where you might embarrass yourself. You don't step out there and do something where you might make a mistake. Listen to me. I had a podcast episode, unfortunately, after I launched it, I noticed a very poor sound distortion. It was like super duper high and super duper low. I had a podcast episode that once I launched it, I realized that the intro and outro were overlapped on each other. And I was like, oh my God, I wonder how many people cut that on. And as soon as they started hearing the intro, they just cut it off and they were like, I'm not listening to this. Whoever recorded this, it just sounds like shit. Everything didn't go perfectly over these 90 days. But what I see in myself is a person who did the damn thing anyway. There's nothing that you're going to do that is going to be perfect. I have been in high ticket masterminds where people's links didn't work. When they tried to get on the calls, their access codes were invalid, where people were complaining because their card may have been charged more than once. If the fear of making mistakes and not being able to execute perfectly is on your mind, you don't need to do this entrepreneurial thing, because entrepreneurship is about being naked. It's about being so comfortable in your own skin that you're willing to bear your own skin, because you don't care about the flaws. Things are messed up anyway. So why not let it be a mistake with something that your genius mind created? Not something where people are sitting down being comfortable with someone where somebody else created whatever they're operating with. And it's just a beautiful thing. So how can you challenge yourself today to stand in your greatness? I'm so freaking excited because me deciding to do this podcast, you know what? I actually also want to make this a super shout out day. And I really don't want to leave anybody out. So I'm going to try to make sure that I get all of these, but listeners have been coming in by the droves. And let's just give a shout out to the countries where this podcast has been downloaded. So we got the United States, Canada, Mexico, Brazil, Colombia, Peru, Chile, Argentina, Portugal, Spain, Turkey, Italy, France, Germany, Switzerland, Poland, Sweden, Finland, Ireland, United Kingdom, Malaysia, the Philippines, Australia. You guys, big ups. Thank you so much for tuning in. But I'm not finished. You have to look at your stats on Spotify and your stats through all of the other venues at a different place. So let's see, what else do we have? We have South Africa, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Nigeria, Ghana, Senegal, Egypt. We have Spain. I think I said that already. We got India, Nepal, Vietnam, Japan. Oh, snap. Hey, it's only one person so far, but guess what? Russia just popped up on the map. That's a new one for me. You guys, listen, I'm excited, right? How many of you know you have a gift or a message? You know you have a purpose that is so divine that you are supposed to reach the masses, even if it's not about, when it's not about the money. I'm not going to say if it's not about the money, because if it's in a business, If you're in business, it's about the money, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we know that we can't reach everybody at all times. But your message and it penetrating the world, that's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. This podcast, launching this podcast, actually landed me a client working with me from, oh God, across the globe. I won't reveal the place because some of you guys that follow me, you might connect the dots, and I don't want to tell her business, LOL. But still, that's a beautiful thing to have a client that's in a 12-hour time zone. I've been working my business for a while now, but hey, this is my first international client, and that's a beautiful thing. There are no limits, and that's just the beginning. I really want to encourage you guys, because once you dip your toe in, when you jump in, there is no going backwards. You don't go backwards, you only go forwards. If you go backwards, that means that you need to tweak something. I really have enjoyed looking at my numbers, because honestly, in 2015, I didn't make a dime in my business. I didn't start until late 2015, but nevertheless, it was August and I only wrote books, but I didn't make any money. I didn't make any money in my business, and that was freaking killing me. I didn't start making money until January of 2016. And no, I'm sorry. In January 2016, I still hadn't made a dime. So I started very late 2015, hadn't made a dime. I didn't have any money on the books this time last year. In 2016. I had no money on the books in 2016. Are you guys hearing me? But I was spending money, investing in coaching and doing a bunch of other things. But in 2017, I was making money. I have made 8 times the amount of money already in 2018 that I made this time last year. That is an amazing thing. But I never stopped pushing. I never stopped challenging myself. I didn't stop allowing myself to be as visible as possible, and then executing upon that visibility. That, not just being visible, because you still have to have the eye of the tiger. You have to go out of your clients. But how would I be able to touch people for them to respond to me, for me to even know who to go after in order for them to be my clients? So today, day 90. February 3rd, 2018. What are you going to do to challenge yourself to say, you know what? I can do more, because I know that I expect to be more than what I am. And I'm not talking about working for the sake of working. I'm talking about doing something because you have felt this nudge, that inspired action to take a leap. Every time you look at that leap and you deny it, you miss an opportunity. You cannot do that. You can't do that. All right. I am excited. I just wanted to let you all feel the energy with me. Let's celebrate today, because, hey, it is episode number 90. You all get out there, slay a goal, create a goal, slay a goal, and then reach out. Whatever medium you're listening on, put a comment out there. Let's unify this effort, and put some synergy behind it, because I'm rooting with you for you to achieve your goals. Put a comment down. Let us know what your goal is going to be going into 2018. With all of that being said, I just want to let you all know I'm out of here. Deuces.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomendon'tbitchpodcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in